Hey, Tony Gasser here, just popping in. Not sure when this video will go up, but shooting a couple in the hotel. As you know, the work sometimes, a little bit of work, celebrating a friend as well, birthday. So how that goes. But wanted to chat with you about something because I'm talking to some singles, and I see this thing where a lot of singles really want, singles really want to be in a relationship. And then people in a relationship a lot of times want to be single. And to the singles, I want you to understand that when you get in a relationship, and I know maybe you've been in a relationship, but when you get in a marriage and you're in a long-term marriage, everybody in a marriage will tell you that the grass always green on the other side. So when you single, marriage look good. When you marry, you're gonna have seasons where single life looks good. Because marriage is a delicate balance. It's like one of them dances you see people salsa or them tango, it's a delicate dance because it's two people. And you have to realize, I was with some guys and they were talking about the 7-year itch. Talking about around that 7-year, people get a divorce. You want to start over. You want to do something new. And the thing of now, if you really study a person, it's a whole lot to learn about a person. 15 years married, I'm still learning about my wife. She's still learning about me. But that 7-year itch, when you think about it, you could feel bored. Now, I don't remember a 7-year itch, but I'm guessing it's a thing since it got a term. So you have to think about that when you single. And what you really want to do when you single is you want to be so sick of single life, in the sense of not sick of it. Like, you want to be content, but you want to have exhausted everything when you single. I got a client who, she's single. Well, she's not married. But before she got in a relationship, and even while she in a relationship, she doing all of this stuff. She have kids, but yet she doing big business, opening up business offices around the country, doing all different type of businesses, 3, 4, 5, 6 businesses, and tours, and opening up companies and stuff like that. And I told her, I said, enjoy that while you single, because when you are married, you have to answer to someone. Because even as a man, I have to answer to my wife. Now, if I was not married, I would have opened my male grooming salon years ago. I would have a chain of barbershops. I would have me a used car lot, and I would be in over my head. I would be swimming in debt. I would be stressed to no end, or I would be near about a billionaire. I don't know which way it'll go. But being married and then having kids, I can't just do what I want to do, because I got to think about how much more time is this going to take from my wife? How much more time is this going to take from my kids? If my wife married me, she didn't marry me to be a single mom. She married me to be married. So when you have to think about that, you got somebody to answer to. When you single, you can let the hair under your arms grow if you're a woman. You can let the hair on your legs grow, which I don't recommend. I see single women doing it. That could turn your husband away. I don't recommend it, but you could do it. You can do it. You can just wake up tomorrow and go somewhere. Just take off. Go somewhere. And another country, another state. You can move every year. If you want to live in a different state every year, especially if you work from home or if you own your own business and if it's online, you could live in New York this year, live in Atlanta, live in LA, live in Denver, live in Phoenix, live in Charlotte, live in DC. Like, you could do extended stays. You could do what you want to do. But when you get in a relationship, and that's why I'm proud of one of my mentees, he is single and he just traveling. He traveling. He all different places. He move in different cities. He live in different cities. He travel different cities. You do that when you're single. And so you have to understand that when you get with somebody, for most relationships, being with somebody 5 years is enough. Being with somebody 10 years is enough. It's not the case in my marriage just because my wife has an interesting personality. You know, she just fun loving. Like, she don't like drama. She don't like all that stuff. So it'll be me starting everything. But if I'm on my P's and Q's and I'm not starting riffs, if I'm not causing the riff, then our marriage will literally be riffless. And she might say something snappy for whatever reason, maybe once every 3 months. Like, she really don't cause me no problems. It'd be me with my stress, with everything on my shoulders, taking care of my whole family, that I might have a mood swing. But in most relationships, that's why they say the 7-year itch, because after 5 years, you might be tired of the person. 10 years, that might feel like a lifetime. So that's why I tell people who single in their 40s and 50s, I'm like, listen, if you believe God gonna give you 80 years, 90 years, just keep hope alive. Keep hope alive, because if you go your whole life without somebody and you meet somebody when you're 70, you will have spent more than enough time with them by the time you die. It will feel like a lifetime, because you're dealing with a human. You're dealing with mood swings. You're dealing with their headaches. You're dealing with their stress. Now, when you're 70, 80, you might be dealing with a catheter, but you're dealing with stuff. And every human comes with baggage. And I'm going to tell you, as a life coach, now I put the link in the description if you need a one-on-one session while they open. I'm going to have to close it here soon because it's booking out. I think it might be booked out into July, because somebody said they was looking, but that means it's into July. It might be one booked out in August, but I don't know if the person just did that, or I could be lying. But I'll put the link in the description for coaching. But one thing I have seen is I done heard some stories. You hear me? I'm talking about, and this everyday people. And it make me think, I'm like, man, what would life be like being with this woman or that woman or that woman or that woman after hearing this story? Like, what kind of nightmares do people have? What kind of night tremors and sweats and trauma and pain do people have? Like, every single person, including myself, come with a lot of baggage. So you got to understand that if you're in a relationship, this for you too, you got to understand that a relationship is going to require emotional intelligence, and you got to learn this dance. You got to learn the dance, and you have to be able to be okay with the highs and lows, the ebbs and flows, and understand that if it's real love, you can weather the storm. You can get through it. It can work out, but it will not be easy. It will not be easy. So if you single, I'm gonna tell you, if you work in a job, get extra training, take your extra class to climb the ranks in your job. If you're not in love with your job, do a training to add a second stream of income, to do something else. TonyGasAcademy.com is in the description. Take your life coach certification. Use the coupon code POSITIVITY. It's going to give you, I think, 30% off. Use the coupon code POSITIVITY. Take your training Start doing something on the side. If you single, you ought to be booked and busy with your schedule. So busy that you don't have time to sit and salivate over the relationship you don't have. You so busy, you getting to work, you doing you. And then when you have experienced single life till its fullest, and you happy because you busy and you all of this right here, then that's what I mean by sick of it. Mean that you content, but you like, if my single life ends tomorrow because I meet the person of my dreams, I'm good. Like, I don't need any more single life. I'm content. I'm booked and busy. I'm doing me, but I don't need any more single life. And so that's what I want you to understand. And now, if you in a relationship, do everything you can to make it work. Exhaust every option. Have you done 4 sessions of coaching? Have you read Make It Work and A Woman's Influence? Like, if you ain't done those things right there, them 3 things right there, then you shouldn't be thinking about breaking up or divorce. If you have not exhausted everything, because every relationship gonna be hard. Every relationship gonna take work. So listen, I want you to understand this. I want you to understand this. Get this in your spirit. This Tony Gaskins. Check the description box for other info and links that you might need. Thank you to those of you on my Patreon and all of that. Blessed Tribe, Blessed Business Tribe. Hopefully when I get back in my normal element, I'll be able to go live and stuff. God bless you. We'll talk soon.